Hey everyone, it's Dr. Steph. Welcome to my home office. Today we're talking about the 3 types of pain, and then we'll be doing a little visualization meditation to work with transforming our experience of that pain. So I want to start with the 3 types of pain. You can always skip ahead to the meditation if you'd like. But I think it's helpful, even if you've heard the spiel before, to be reminded that not all pain is the same and that not all pain is damaging for us. So the first kind of pain is productive discomfort. This is sometimes what we experience during a workout. You know, our heart is beating fast and it's a little uncomfortable, or we're struggling to lift those heavy weights. Or this can happen during a massage. So many of my patients are like, ooh, that hurts so good, right? This is the kind of pain that helps us feel better. Usually, maybe right away, maybe within 24 hours. And will often stop when the stimulus stops. So when I stop digging into those tight muscles, or when you stop lifting the weights, the pain goes away. So productive discomfort helps us actually move towards where our bodies want to be. So that's awesome. We love productive discomfort. The second type of pain is damaging pain. This is signals from our body saying that our tissues are actively being harmed. So this is stepping on a tack. This is hand on the stove. This is a muscle that ripped and we're like, oh, my back hurts, and you're laid up on the floor. Those muscles are torn and they do not want to be re-injured. Great time for this kind of pain to jump in and say, whoa, 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 lay off. You need to stop what you're doing. You are making things so much worse right now, right? So we want to listen to damaging pain. This is an incredible system that our body has to give us information to keep us safe. If you are in damaging pain, please, please, please work with your healthcare providers. There are lots of good ones out there. It could be all kinds of people, MDs, physical therapists, chiropractors, nurse practitioners, all kinds of people across the board to help you with damaging pain and to make sure that you're staying safe and healing the way that you should be and on the right trajectory there. So take care of damaging pain. Don't just ignore this. The third type is what I've been calling noisy pain. And this isn't pain that's helping us get better, and this isn't pain that's making us worse. It's just darn uncomfortable. One example that I heard of this from a neuroscientist who works with pain and chronic pain is, it's like when you get a sunburn, right? You get too much UV exposure, the skin is blistering, peeling, and what happens if you touch that sunburn? Ouch. But is that pressure making the sunburn worse? No. It's not re-injuring the tissues. It's not adding more UV to a burn that's already there. It just hurts. And that's one image. I also like to think of like a light in your car that just is on all the time because it's an old car and you've checked and make sure that everything's fine, but that check engine light is just going to be on all the time. Maybe if you hit the dash a certain way, it'll go off, but it's just a faulty little wiring somewhere in there. But it doesn't actually mean that anything is wrong with the car. You get the car checked out, you make sure that everything's okay, you listen for new weird noises, it's driving fine. It's just that light is on all the time. So you have to learn to not be alarmed by the light, right? So there are things you want to do, like with the sunburn, like you don't want to make it worse, you don't want to aggravate it, but it's just going to be there. And at a certain point, we need to learn to live with it. Or maybe, luckily, our brains are a lot more flexible than the wiring in cars. At least, I don't know how to wire a car, but I do know how to rewire your brain. So that's what we're here for. So brains are pretty changeable pretty easily, and that's what practice is for. So again, I want to say, if you are in damaging pain, if you have an injury, if you've had like a recent traumatic event, a fall, something like that, please, please, please get this checked out. If you have noisy pain, this is just annoying pain. It just, this is a lot of our chronic pain folks, that it's just in the way of being able to enjoy your life. And sometimes being able to enjoy our life can make the pain go away. But so there are some things we can do to work with this kind of noisy pain that's just these alarm bells in the brain that won't stop going off. So that's what we're going to work on today. So the way we're going to work on that is I like to use a firefighter image. And some people's pain feels hot and some people's pain feels cold or sticky. So I'm going to use a firefighter. I find that a lot of this noisy pain is sort of bright and red and hot and things like that. But if it works better for you to imagine ice that is getting melted instead of a fire that's put out, free reign to kind of adapt this to your situation. And as always, like, reach out through my website, drstephfoss.com, email me. Would love to work with you on like sort of tailoring this to work for you better. But the first step is always get yourself calm. So pause the video if you need to, but find a place where you can really relax your body. You don't have to be in any kind of fancy position. You just want your body to be able to be relaxed, to be calm. For you to really know there is no way that I am causing harm to my body right now. I'm just laying in my bed. I'm just sitting at my desk over lunch. This is okay. Softening everything you can soften. The muscles of your face, soles of your feet, the palms of your hands. Everything that you can let go of, let go. And so much of your body is soft and happy and calm. Maybe it doesn't feel great, but it doesn't feel bad. There's a lot of neutral places. But then there is that fire. There is just that raging little fire that won't calm down. And so really really imagine, it could be a little campfire. I don't know, I shrink myself down like Magic School Bus style and imagine that there's a little forest in that area. And so I've got all these trees that are blazing on fire. Really picture that fire. It's hot, it's crackly, it's uncomfortable, you don't want to get close. Ooh, it is just raging. But we've got some firefighters. Picture them clearly, the supplies they're coming in with. They've got helicopters, fire hoses, buckets, even it's just a little cup. The first thing they're going to do for this fire is contain the perimeter. So this is similar to our containment visualization, which you can also watch. But we're going to look for that perimeter first and try to douse everything around it so that it doesn't spread wider. And think of that cooling hiss, 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 every time the water hits the edge and turns those embers to ash. Makes me think of pouring water on the rocks in the sauna. Right, so we're cooling down just the very edges. And you might feel like you're trying to put out a fire with an eyedropper sometimes, but just work anything you can do to help contain that fire from the outside. I'm no firefighting expert, so the rest here is conjecture, but we're going to keep running with this visualization. Then you can start anywhere you'd like with any of the tools you've got, an eyedropper, a cup, a bucket, a hose, those helicopters. And really just start anywhere and just see if you can get those flames knocked back. It might be patchy here and there. Working from one edge, or maybe working outside in, anywhere that you can be. Those flames turn to embers, turn to ash. And that fire is even just a little bit smaller now. Maybe you need more reinforcements. You need another fire truck. You need another hose. Slowly pouring water over the fire. What used to be big, dangerous flames are now dark, wet, charcoal, ash. And keep working. Keep the rest of your body soft. I just noticed my shoulders getting worried about the fire. And I was like, oh, my body can be soft. I'm going to go back to extinguishing that fire. Little bit at a time. Pouring on more water. Covering more ground. Noticing that fire. Noticing that fire getting smaller. Slowly turn to ash. Maybe there's still some smoke smoldering. Just keep pouring water. And really picture this. Like, use all your imagination, use all your creativity. Maybe you picture it like the magic school bus. Really get in there, down to the size. All the reinforcements you need, pouring water on that flame, transforming that flame, that raging fire, into cold ashes. Just like a campfire, you want to stir it around, cold to the touch before you move on, yeah? Using whatever tools you've got, an eyedropper, a cup, a bucket, a hose, the big helicopter sploosh. And tend to that fire. Are there little blazes left? Are you making good progress? Can you cover that ground? Take your time. You don't want to leave until it's out, cold to the touch. Everything is just dark ash. And a lot quieter, right? The ash is not nearly noisy like a raging forest fire is. So we keep dousing the fire, adding more water, that cold, still water, putting out the flames. Until all you have left, even if it looks just like an elephant graveyard from Lion King, all you have left is cold, cool, quiet. Maybe you've added so much water that there's now a lake there instead of a fire. Wouldn't that be something? Pouring that water till all the flames are out. Not a spark is left. There's quiet, there's ease. You can return to this image anytime you like, whether it's repeating this video or just having that in your brain creativity toolbox of, it's time to get out the watering hose again. Just, let me just sprinkle a little water there, or throw a cup on before it gets too hot. Yeah, so we're really transforming the image that we have of what's happening in our body. Instead of this out of control flame, go slowly, just applying our imagination and attention. Cool, calm, cold water and it goes from flames to ash and charcoal. So if you have any questions, please reach out. Otherwise, thanks for taking good care of yourself. Remember, bodies are meant to be enjoyed, and I know that's hard when things are noisy, so that's why we do these videos and these practices. And I'll see you next time.